Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They hella deep, 20 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. Not the food, though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Brian, and Reeves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. I'm your host, Jamal. I'm back. Let's just address this right now. I was not here last week, and I'm so thankful that I was not talked about. My co-host, Reeves, is here. Say what's up.
What's up, cousin? We went out of our way not to talk about you because that's what good improvisers do and teammates. They don't talk about the people
who's not in the scene.
Are not there. They don't talk about things in the future. And they don't make jokes about doctors with names that are butthole. That's all in there.
Is your co-host here?
Oh, yeah. Say hello to the people, Robert.
What's up, cousin? Is that your thing, Reeves? Am I doing your thing by saying cousin? Or are we all doing cousin?
We're all doing it. It's a celebration of the success of the show. And
It's the
something
new
that
thing.
everyone always says all the time, and I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
I love most of my relatives I refer to by just what the relationship is. What's up, Aunt? Hello,
Your
Aunt.
wedding was so confusing.
Why? Because I said because you didn't know their names, you just knew what they were to me.
You didn't number the cousins or aunts, so I just was like, which aunt is this?
Oh, that's right. When I was like, my cousin wants to fuck you, you were like, which
I'm
one?
like, well, which one? There's a
and
lot
you
of dudes
guessed
here.
wrong.
Yeah. I was like, there's a lot of dudes here. Which
you guessed
cousin?
wrong.
So I just want to talk about something because I listened back to the episode. So Reeves has a thing. When Reeves is not on the show, he has a fear that the show is going to be a good episode when he's gone. Whereas I kind of have the opposite. Whereas when I go back and listen to the show, I'm like, the show needs me. Without me, it's not as good a quality. And then I listen back, and it is confirmed almost every time that you guys seem to struggle a little bit when your boy's not here.
It was good.
So
You're a hater.
that's
for
my
90
fear every
minutes.
time I don't show up to a recording. I'm like, this is going to be I don't even want to share this episode. But I do.
It was good. First of all, second of all,
undisputable.
I often think that Reeves is the person that kind of like ties the show, like keeps the show kind of going, like keeps it on track. But it's you, Jamal, because Reeves and I will just go, and I think often you don't like that. So
Yeah,
when you're not here,
because here's my
the
first
boys,
thing.
Saturdays are for the boys.
Here's my first thing I noticed when I was gone. Before I listened to the episode, I just looked at the timer and I was like, how did these two jamokes with no guests get to an hour 20?
We've been waiting.
Yeah.
The guests, I've openly said this, and by the way, we'll get to our guests soon. The guests get in my way every single time. And I openly don't want a guest in the show because they're taking up my space.
Okay.
So when there's no guest, great. And when there's even less hosts, listen, there's a lot of space you gotta take up. And I got a lot to say usually.
Yeah.
So
I can also give part of the reason why the episode was so long, and I'll quote this text that I got from fan and friend of the show, Steve Brown. I'm 2 weeks behind on Pod Chef, but that Nom Nom ad is the longest ad I've ever heard.
That's fair. It is also bad when I'm listening back to the episode and the Nom Nom ad, while it is long, is the best bit that I'm listening to on the episode.
Just because you were in it?
Yeah, that's my point.
You're
that's kind of my point.
I elevate my friends when they perform. I don't get upset that they're doing good, and I don't hold grudges against my friends that are succeeding.
You're doing performance wrong. That's not what
I make
it's about.
space for my friends, and when they, you know what, high tide rises all boats.
When's the last show you did again?
Last show? What do you mean when you say show?
Last show you did where you were on stage.
Improv show?
Just performing on stage was the last show you did?
Did a sketch show the other week.
You were on stage or were you watching?
I was on stage. Yeah, I played a sergeant, but it was like the joke was that it was a nature cop and they were like park rangers, but I played like the hard ass like sergeant, God damn it, nature cop sort of situation.
I think if you cut the ad, you cut all the wrestling talk, that episode is at most 20 minutes.
And even that might be too long.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking references, very subtle references too. Yeah. I mean, that cuts out the lion's share of that episode.
So
I also put a sound clip at the end that was like 2 minutes long.
I insisted on
for people who got there.
I didn't, and I'm a fan of the podcast, and I didn't finish the episode.
Always nice to meet a fan.
Yeah, thanks for being a fan.
I got to the hour mark, and I said, "This is where we're supposed to be stopping." So,
what else are you doing? Are you so busy you don't have an hour 20 to dedicate to listening to your friends, co-workers?
I don't, and I'm sorry about that. I was listening to you guys on a walk, and when I got done with the walk, I was like, "Get this shit out of my ear."
walked into the ocean. Just kept going.
I actually was walking into the ocean. Then I went for a swim with my waterproof earbuds. That's a short ad. See how short that was?
You were on the ad. You made it long. You kept going.
I made it interesting. Is what I did.
Speaking of long, should we get to the guest?
Might as well.
Yeah, let's listen to.
Is that a direct insult, Reeves? That I'm long?
I couldn't. I wanted to get out.
Long's a compliment. Long's a compliment. You ever watch basketball? Yeah. Long's a compliment. Kids.
No,
long.
I'm flattered.
The kid's long.
Flattered.
Trust me. 9 times out of 10, someone calls you long. It's a positive thing.
Bilal Koulibaly, kid's long. He's long. The kid's long. DC's put on hopes in this French kid.
Let me intro our guest. Brian, shut up. Let me intro our guest. In a world where the pursuit of various passions can lead to remarkable accomplishments, our guest is a living testament to that philosophy. With a palate that appreciates the finest tastes and textures of diverse cuisines, he has embarked on countless gastronomic adventures, savoring the essence of every dish. Beyond his culinary explorations, our guest embraces the joys and responsibilities of fatherhood with boundless love and care. If there's one thing that can bring joy to people's lives, it's laughter. And our guest has mastered the art of bringing smiles to faces through the power of comedy. With a talent for tickling funny bones and delivering comedic brilliance, his performances have left audiences in stitches and hearts aglow with mirth. A word I learned by right-clicking the word amusement and picking a synonym. Please welcome to the podcast my good friend, Sean Paul Ellis.
How's it going, Jamal? How's it going, Reeves? Thank you for having me. Here. Brian, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, guys. I greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
My good friends here. So now I've had 2 good friends on the podcast, and so...
I'm still waiting for Reeves or Brian to get one of these epic intros.
Yeah, me too. It'd be real nice.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm being honest with you, Sean, so am I. I'm waiting for it too.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. One day,
I hope
guys.
someone does it for you guys one day. You know,
I can live
without that good friend.
I mean, I hope that one day someone can write me something that nice, where they say I bring smiles to the faces of audience members versus laughs or anything like that. I feel like that would be real good. Make me feel very good about myself.
It really is like the kindest possible intro. So thank you again, Jamal.
No, you're
that is
very welcome. And
high praise.
As someone who was just at a comedy show, I was smiling the whole time and I enjoyed myself.
That's, in all seriousness, that's high praise.
Someone afterwards said, "Jamal, did you have a good time?" And I said, "I was smiling the whole time." Yes, I enjoyed it a lot.
Very happy. I feel like there was a show once where Jamal, you and I had to sit front row, and someone afterwards said those two men in the front row had the worst body language.
That was me. That was honestly me. I think that was a show that I was performing in, Reeves, and you and Jamal just sat up front and you mean mugged the entire show, and it was amazing.
Brought everything down.
I remember that.
Wait, did you not know them? Because you said those two guys in the front row, or did you know them?
No, somebody knew and was kind enough to take a photo. So I have a picture of Reeves in an audience just sitting there, just completely stone-faced.
Next to me with my regular face, which is
could not have been more excited. And you know, that's high praise for Reeves. Like that face, I could just tell he was extremely stoked to be there.
You know what else I remember, Reeves? We went to a show once and the performers were kind of close to us, and someone on stage did a very good game move, and you leaned over and was like, that was a very good move. And I was like, that was a good move. And one of the performers was like, just laugh.
Oh.
They were like, why don't you just laugh then?
That sucks. Well, I'm such an asshole. And this is why, this is good that I don't do this stuff anymore.
The show to each other like, oh, that was a good game move.
Oh, good move. That was so good. What an idiot. Yeah. That person was right to laugh at us.
Yeah, they were right. They were in the show as well.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, speaking of good game moves, you guys, I heard the ad that you guys did Nom Nom.
Yep.
That's phenomenal. I really think that that's amazing. Now, Brian, I want to formally come out and say I apologize for never having you on my podcast.
Are we doing this now already?
We're doing this now. We're getting into this. We're getting into this right. We're doing it right now. All right. Look, I had a podcast for 7 years. I did not invite Brian on the show.
Say the name of it so people can go back and listen to it.
It's Saturday Morning Cartoons, Morning with You. And I had this podcast with my friend Dave for 7 years, and Brian, I neglected to invite you on the show. I'm sorry.
It's okay. If you'd have done it, you'd have still been going. The show would have still happened because I got the numbers. I'm bringing numbers.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is that you guys have talked about numbers for the last couple episodes, and you guys have talked about sort of like building your audience and like doing a great job. And now I'm getting conflicting messaging because I'm hearing you're either doing great or I'm hearing you don't have the metrics. You don't know what the metrics are. You're trying to figure all of this out. Now, I know you guys have been doing this for 3 years. I know I did this for 7 years. Have over 300 episodes.
Has it been that long? 3 years?
It's been 3 years.
You guys have been doing it for 3 years. So
started around this time during the pandemic.
Yeah,
in 2020.
Ravaged me.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
I actually feel great and look great. So.
Yeah,
you really Drip King. Jamal's fuckboy summer has not quite even started yet.
It hasn't even begun.
He's in his hoe phase.
Yeah,
and trust me, ladies, I'm hoeing.
I wanted to kind of maybe, if I may, I wanted to provide some insight and some ideas for you guys to help kind of move some of this stuff forward.
We're floundering here.
I'll
be honest with you. I had nothing planned for this episode, so this is great.
I got a couple things, but we could do this too.
Yeah, this sounds good.
I got good stuff. I want to talk about Allison Roman's Subway order. We can do that later.
Yeah, 100%. So I just, one of the things that I found that was really interesting is that when we started doing ad reads on our show, I felt like a lot more people started listening. We started getting a lot more traction. And we hit that stride maybe in like year 4. You guys are already ahead of us. Brian, you've done like a Blender Ball tie-in at some point. You guys did Nom Nom in terms of what was there. I went ahead and I found
Charlie Visconage help us do ads for a second.
Absolutely. And so
I don't do them because I don't take money. I don't take money for this. This is from my freaking heart. And also I'm punk rock. So
he's very punk rock.
Very punk rock.
Sean, he's going to do that. So you just got to power through.
No, it doesn't bother me in the least. And if I wanted him to shut the fuck up, I'd say it. So I'm happy to see his smiling face. So I had the idea of
Jamal's the other day in that show.
I went ahead and I found a whole bunch of ad
members
reads.
of the audience.
Shut the fuck up, Reeves.
Super quiet, big smiles.
Yeah, just real. What a great move. What a great game move there.
That's so.
I went ahead and I grabbed a ton of advertisement reads for you guys.
Okay.
When you do them, even if they're fake, all right.
Wait.
Even if they're fake, all right, it gets a little bit of word out there. You have to start thinking that anybody listening to this show is a potential impression, is a potential person, is a potential fan that you can influence the way that they spend their money. All right,
True.
that's high praise. That's high praise.
True.
All right, and we know
Potential
Reeves,
fans.
and I know. Well,
Potential
we
person.
know, we get it. All right. So what I want to say is that
It's very hard for us to take those fans, potential fans, and transition them into full-time fans.
you could have just stopped at "it's very hard for us," Reeves, and you could have just perioded the sentence.
Most
at that
things
point.
are.
Yeah, most things are. So I've got a bunch of ad reads.
And it's not
Right.
because of the show.
I told you he was going to do this.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
because, Foot Clan does track them down,
Yep.
go to
Sure.
their house,
100%.
destroy their phones, destroy
Kick
their
the door in.
computers,
Yeah. All right.
take them in, make them be one of them, put them in a room with a bunch of pictures of feet, brainwash them.
Eyes held open.
Yes.
Got
So
some ad
that's why.
reads. Shut
Okay.
the. All right.
What do you
I've
want to
got to
do?
with him.
I've got ad reads for you guys.
What
I
about
want-
Hear him.
I want you to read these ad reads for me because anybody who's listening right now who's going to potentially hear this, it could be somebody who works for one of these companies. It could be somebody from a company that's listening to one of these podcasts. Having your name out there and being associated with some of these products and nailing these ad reads, I think goes a long way. All right.
Okay.
So what I want to say is that I've got a bunch of ad reads for each of you. All right. Now I've known all of you for quite some time.
Mhm.
So
And
I've
never
kind
been
of
on your podcast, though.
I've kind of targeted them towards specific things that I think might be relevant to
I think
what you
mine's
do
gonna
and
be
what you might
pretty
be.
racial.
You'd be surprised.
Okay.
So because it is, and so I've got a bunch of stuff, and so would you guys indulge me in terms of being able to read these?
Yes, and
Okay.
I'm looking forward to this. That's it,
100%.
bro.
Yeah,
Great.
and we're at 16 minutes, so let's keep saying a bunch of ad reads.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
We're gonna
All right.
hit an hour 20 again.
Brian, you're first. All right.
Cool. Where am I looking?
Dr. Squatch soap.
Ooh, I use
Is-
Dr. Squatch soap.
Yeah, I do too. It's great soap. You ready?
Which
I
flavor
use
do you use?
I got it's like the Caribbean rum that I have right now.
I use the black one. It's called like pine tar.
Okay.
I scrub my arms with it. It's got
Love
oatmeal
it.
in it.
Perfect. All right. Brian,
I use the bourbon.
you've never seen this before. It's going to be in the chat in a second. All right. Dr. Squatch soap. I want you to think about this.
I'm
This is
cold doing it.
Yeah, you're cold doing it, buddy. All right.
All right.
This is first impression. All right. We
Okay.
gotta come in strong with this. You ready?
All
So
right.
excited.
Yeah, I'm
All right,
ready.
here we go.
Someone snap me in.
There it is.
All right.
Go ahead.
And what should we be doing while he's
Just be quiet.
like
Reeves.
reacting?
Yeah.
Or
No. Have fun. I got this. Don't worry, little baby bird.
All
I
right.
got you. Okay.
I'm a big stinky baby. Just a stinky, stinky baby. I wish I wasn't so stinky. Just a big old baby in a diaper. P.U. If you don't want to be a stinky baby, use Dr. Squatch soap, and Pod Chef listeners can use the coupon code Brian Jackson is a stinky baby for 15% at checkout. Now it says 50% at checkout. Is it added on to my final?
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I've never seen a
50%.
coupon code that adds more money on.
Yeah, it's gonna add money. That's why look, don't do it. Look, Brian, little feedback for you. That was
Please.
perfect. That's perfect. No
Thank
notes
you.
at all.
I was
thought
gonna
that
read
was
it
so
as I was gonna
nice.
read it as Bigfoot, but then I second guessed myself and didn't do
No. It was perfect.
Can we
all
hear
right.
one as Bigfoot?
Can we hear it
Yeah.
though?
Yeah,
That would be
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
All right.
Let's do it. But can you do it as like a baby squat, like a Sasquatch?
Oh, like in Tenacious D the movie,
Yeah, sure.
Baby Squatch. I guess Tenacious D the movie. All right. Oh, this is tough then. All right. Dr. Squatch ad take 2. This is a fun one.
And am I still not doing anything like I'm
Hun-
because
100%.
now that he's someone else, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
a different place. There could be someone in the woods.
All right. Hey, Brian, do you want me
Yeah.
just to shift over and I'll focus on Reeves's ad
Could you?
reads right
Yeah,
now?
'cause-
yeah.
'cause
You know what? Perfect.
Admittedly, I kind of lost the juice, and I was thinking it's gonna be hard to get it back up to do the Baby Squatch thing. I kind
I
of
was-
lost.
I was feeling
Maybe
that you
you
lost
felt
it as
that?
well, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
I
you
felt
felt
it.
that.
All right,
Yeah.
Reeves, you're up next.
Okay.
All right, you familiar with the company Hello Cake?
No.
All right, perfect. It's a personal sex lubricant, and here you go. Cold read.
Okay. When I'm looking to frost my cake pop, I reach for Hello Cake for personal lubricant. Whether I'm clapping cheeks or solo play, Hello Cakes has got all my parts covered. Check out hellocakes.com Sorry, let me do that again.
No. You know what? If you could do
Because
me a
that's
favor,
not right.
That's not right. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right.
Important. I don't
think
want to get it wrong.
I think you're right. Yeah, do me a favor. Could you be a little bit more of an older man?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Check out hellocake.com and get 25% off your next order by using the code PODDONG at checkout.
Perfect. All right.
Wait, promo excludes ED meds.
That's it. You got to get it in there. Perfect. That's wonderful. How did you feel about that?
I don't know what that was about.
Okay.
I think that's where I'm coming from.
What part of me is my cake pop?
Mm-hmm.
I think we all know with the innuendo and the euphemism.
Yeah. If you think about it long enough.
Yeah.
If you've ever been called long, you know.
You're aware. You're aware.
Carry
Jamal, you ready?
Oh yeah, I
right,
have no idea what's coming up, but I'm ready to read it.
All right. Hey, I got a product you love. Dude Wipe flushable wipes. All right. All right. Perfect. Ad read going in cold. Here we go.
It's your boy Jamal, aka Black Jesus. When I'm not handling raw meat in the kitchen, I'm handling my raw cheeks in the bathroom. That's why I use Dude Wipes. Look, I wouldn't make mac and cheese without breadcrumbs, and I don't go to the bathroom without my Dude Wipes. Use the code MyTongueThatHole to get 15% off your first order.
Perfect. Do you want to do it again? And do you want to kind of like process as if you just took like a big, huge, clean dump and like you're refreshed now at this point?
Yeah, and also, do you want me to just do it blacker? That was like my initial read.
No, I thought that was pretty good.
Okay, I'm going to do it blacker.
Are you sure? Or do you want me to move on to Brian?
What are you doing with me? Do I have to do it blacker?
Yeah, you can do yours blacker. You ready for this one? All right. Brian, I know you've got pets. All right, here we go. Chewy.
I got 2 of them.
Chewy pet subscription box. You ready to go?
So far, I use 3 out of 4 of these products. The only one I don't use is the one for my cake pop. But if I knew what my cake pop was, I'd probably use it.
I know what you guys are.
Dude Wipes is very good.
Yeah.
I use the one that have mint.
Yeah, so
there you go. There you go.
Refreshing.
All right, Brian, you ready?
Yeah.
You want to take on like the essence of somebody who's working with puppies right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get there mentally. Let me get there mentally.
I'm there.
All
right.
Puppies.
And what do you want Reeves to do?
I just want Reeves to just stay there. He's got a zinger coming up next, so I want him to hold tight.
It's okay.
All right?
I have my actor's secret already locked and loaded.
All right, here we
ready.
go. Brian, Chewy pet subscription box, cold read. Here we go.
Okay. It's me, Jerry the King Lawler, and I'm a stinky puppy! I have a dog breath as a human, and I'm constantly stinky. Hose me in the backyard and put on a cone shame because I love to lick my own nuts. Chewy is the most trusted and convenient destination for pet parents and partners everywhere. Use coupon code Brian Jackson's Dog Balls for 30% off a new subscription. Puppies!
Wow, 30% off? I want
30% off. Who doesn't want this? Who doesn't want this?
You guys see what I did there?
That
Reeves.
was really fucking good.
I loved it. 0 notes. I could use more Jerry Lawler in the next one that I have for you in a minute. But Reeves, you're looking a little bit confused. I want to capitalize off this. I got another one for you.
Where are these gonna go?
Yeah,
are we gonna get to Allison Roman's Subway order?
In the ether. In the ether, buddy. All right.
Don't be worried about time now. You two dipshits did an hour 20 minutes by yourselves.
Yeah,
all right,
we had to fill time.
Here we go. Reeves, this is a banger. I believe you enjoy financial services. And so I've partnered you with Acorn.
He loves
all right. Money. Acorn Financial Services. All right. So I just want you to think about this. I want you to internalize this. Cold read. Here we go, buddy. You got to read it out loud. You can't read it internally.
But you said to internalize it.
Yeah, internalize the process. Internalize the process with this. So just you got to do the ad read out loud.
You want me to do it out loud?
Yeah, 100%. We got it. Here we go.
Can you set me up and do the same thing you did before? I think that would, but not the internal part. I think that would help me.
Yeah, I want you to externalize this. I want you to think about banks, financial. We know you love money. All right, so just kind of focus on this. Acorn
bags of
is
them.
financial services who you're paired with this. Give me this ad read.
Reminds me, I lost that big bag the other day. I'm always focused on my nut. Do I have enough nut? Do I need more nuts? What's going on with my nuts in the market? Acorn Financial helps me plan for my future goals like a new car, retirement, or just sitting on my current nuts. Get a free $75 investment when you sign up using coupon code. Okay, wait. I think I need to take it again.
No, I think
But
you nailed it.
I
Just
don't
do the
know
coupon
what
code.
Part
Yeah,
I need to do it on.
Yeah, it was when you didn't say the word investment correctly.
What did I say?
It was like imbip a bit. It just you slurred it. It's okay. All
It's
right.
okay.
No,
I can
don't worry
get
about it. Here.
No, you don't worry about it. I'll get it.
It's okay. Here.
You know what? I'll read the whole thing again.
Honestly, Reeves,
Actually,
for the
why don't
sake
I
of
read
time,
some of the
for
other
the sake
ones?
of time, for the sake of time, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna.
Is there
queue
one
up.
you want me to read? I can maybe do Sasquatch as well.
It's okay. I'm gonna queue this up for Jamal now. Jamal, Jamal, I know you love hot dogs.
Yep.
I know you love barbecue. I know you love hot dogs. All right?
Mm-hmm.
You ready for this?
I'm excited.
Hebrew National Hot Dogs
Ooh.
wants you to do this ad read. All right, here we go. Cold read coming in hot.
It's your boy, Jamal, aka One Piece. It's summer, and nothing is more classic than a hot dog in a cold bun. That's why I always reach for my Hebrew National hot dogs when I'm heading to a BBQ. You can get Hebrew National delivered right to your door and get a 20% your order by using coupon code GlizzyGobbler at checkout. Hey, bruv, Hebrew National, we answer to a higher authority, don't we?
Hey, Bruce. So this one you're also paying more. You get 20% added on to your order.
Yeah,
with this
100%.
one too?
20% added on.
I
A lot of
actually like that.
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
kind of interesting because
Yeah.
it just goes directly to them. So it's us supporting businesses that we definitely know that businesses need as much support.
It's
as
like
possible.
restaurants putting that 20% gratuity in the check already, and then not telling you, and then you put 20% on top, and you're like,
Or you don't know if you're supposed to or not.
Yeah,
Is this the tip?
it's a hard thing. So
I like these.
Mastered the
ads, by
art
the
of
way.
bringing smiles to faces through the power of comedy, with a talent for tickling funny bones, delivering comedic.
What are you laughing at while you're reading that? What is so funny?
I love
Ryan.
when guests bring bits in.
Oh, hey, I'm here to make this happen.
I mean, real when they bring in real scenarios for us to do.
Yeah. Hey, Jamal, do you want to read your last one?
I would love to. I'm game for anything. I'll read theirs if you need.
Do the Sasquatch one.
Well, here.
Yeah,
this
that
is,
would be good.
This is because you guys have been good sports for this whole thing. All right, so this is a meal service.
I'm really good at sports.
Okay, this is
Me too.
Football's my game.
This
I
is
hit so many home
meal,
That's all I know.
meal
I did.
subscription service for you, Jamal. Okay, it's called Mighty Meals. They're based out of DC. All right.
Oh, I've actually had these before.
Blah, blah, blah. It's your boy, Jamal, aka Denzel Jr. I lead a busy life and eating healthy is always top of my mind. I rely on Mighty Meals for chef-prepared healthy meals. Mighty Meals is DC's favorite delivery service for meal prep, you heard? To get your one going on, your first week free, use the coupon code I'ma munch that box. I swear to you, I'm gonna munch that box for 69% off your first week subscription, you heard? Feeling real irie about the 69%. Watch me munch that box, put it in the coupon code, yeah?
Okay. My only note on that is that it felt great. It felt great.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you did one localization as opposed to the multiple different localizations that you did in the previous one. So it's still really
you
good.
You said make it my own. So.
No, I think it's definitely
Those
your
were
own.
your words.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
I
I'm
don't
very
think
happy with
anyone's
that.
doing like a accent that changes globally as you're talking. So
No.
I was trying to go for that.
I don't doubt that. Reeves, do you want a real one?
Yeah, I want one that's real. I need real direction too.
Okay. This one's gonna be easy. This is Purple Mattress.
Oh,
all right.
Okay,
Purple
I know what
Mattress.
that is.
Everybody knows what's out there. I want you to take this from the perspective and externalize this as a tired.
Hold on a second before you send this to Reeves.
Yeah.
Reeves, Purple Mattress is the mattress company that was made after the purple Teletubby was killed and slaughtered, and then repurposed into mattress material.
So I know that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all do.
And I
Who
mean,
doesn't?
I haven't been on your blog recently in a long time, Jamal. So I don't know, like, because I know you have theories as to what
purple
actually.
people eaters. Yeah.
Updates it every
Okay,
day.
there we go.
Mhm.
Too much, I'd say.
Okay, that's enough.
Wait, I
I
got
get
something
it.
to say too. You guys remember did the Grimace thing? That was purple. He had his birthday shake. It was his birthday.
All right, you can go ahead and send the
Mhm.
ad now.
Here we go. All right, you got this, Reeves.
Many of you know that I'm a new dad, and nothing is more important than a good night's sleep. What are you telling me? Purple Mattress is the only mattress that cradles your pressure points like a soft bed while supporting everywhere else like a firm mattress, but also a firm bed. Purple Mattress has got my back, and they can have yours too. If you use PodChef, no space, at your checkout for 10% off your purchase.
There's more. There's more.
That's
And
it.
a free pillow.
There you go. That was great. That was great.
How are my levels?
They were peaking at a couple
Bad.
points. We'll fix it
Bad.
in post. It was tough.
I can't
It was tough.
fix peak.
Yeah, you know.
Please
don't
tell me
know
I have
how.
another ad. Please tell me.
Oh, do I have another ad?
Yeah, for me.
No, I've got one more for Brian. All right.
Okay, and then can we
Because
do
again-
Allison Roman's Subway order?
100%.
I'd like to
I
go
don't know
back
what
and
it
do
is.
the
I'm excited.
Sasquatch one as
Yeah.
Sasquatch.
Do you just want to get Brian? Do you want to do your last one, or do you want to get into Alice?
Can I see it and then decide if I want to do it?
No.
Wait, we had that option?
No. You didn't, Reeves.
Okay.
Brian.
All right, send it through.
All right, here we go. All right, I want you to think about this.
Tell
is
me the
something
company first.
This is something that you haven't used. All
You wanna
right.
bet?
Hello Bello diapers.
I've used
All right.
that.
Okay. Well,
Hello Bello.
Hello Bello diapers. It's a diaper
Hello.
subscription service. All right.
I'm getting those sent to me.
Yeah.
Subscribed.
No, I want you to think about this. You're just looking for, instead of nom nom, you're looking for a short, concise, sweet ad read. That's it.
Okay.
This is gonna be easy as possible. All right. Just
Is this?
be yourself.
I'm gonna assume that because it's diapers, it's gonna relate to me being a stinky baby. So let me get to that headspace.
Okay. I don't. You know what? Actually, hear it. I'm gonna send it to you. I don't think you have to worry about it.
Hello, Bella Boys. The parents shouldn't have to choose between what's good for their baby and what's good for their budget. Hello, Bello, good for both. Say goodbye bad stuff and get 25% off when you use the coupon code PodChef no spaces.
Boom.
All right,
boom.
I like
that
to
How are
was
my
see
levels? Were they
Sasquatch.
20. It was terrible. It was 20 seconds. It was in and it was out. It was perfect, man. That was great.
Can I do the Dr. Squatch as Sasquatch?
No, we gotta talk about Allison Roman's Subway.
I wanna
let me
get
do
to
it
it.
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah, we gotta talk
Let me
about
do it
Allison
real
Roman.
quick, real quick.
I'm a big stinky baby.
We're
Just a stinky, stinky baby. I wish I wasn't so stinky. Just a big old baby in a diaper. You. If you don't want to be a stinky baby, use Dr. Squatch soap. And PodChef listeners can use the coupon code Brian Jackson as a stinky baby for 15% off at checkout. Oh no, I think they're trying to take a picture of me. I gotta go stroll back into the woods now. Excuse me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Elliott.
You know what? My only note there is that I think Brian did it better.
Okay, I mean that's fair enough.
Allison, this is her go-to Subway order. She orders this every time she goes to Subway, which from what I can tell, might be a lot. And here's what it is. It's 6-inch white bread, turkey, yellow mustard, pickles, onions, lettuce, pepperoncini, I call them banana peppers there, oil, vinegar, salt, pepper, and then sometimes cucumbers.
Did she post a picture of it?
She did.
Did it look good?
No, it looked yellow because of the mustard.
Was
Where
it
are people
actually
getting it?
6 inches?
I don't know. I just saw
Sometimes
it
you
was just
put
the
that-
inside of it.
Sometimes you put that on a dating app and then a girl shows up and she's like, you lied.
That what you put on that thing? I always thought it was like love to be outdoors.
I'm upset that in her Instagram stories, she is noting and saying that a reporter from the New York Post confirmed that her order, in fact, fucks. And that, I don't know, that doesn't feel like journalism. That just sort of feels like you ran out of options for lunch. and you decided as a last ditch effort that you were going to go to a Subway.
Mm-hmm.
We should just go to Chef's I Prepare For You.
Yeah, let's
I think
just go to
that's a good
Chef's I
idea.
Prepare For You. This is a story for a different time. All right, this is another thing that Brian fucking butchered last week. All right, let's go to Chef's I Prepare For You. This is a segment we do every week where we talk about what we had for dinner last night, and only last night. And we present it as if we're presented to the judges on Top Chef. There will be a vote at the end, and we will pick a winner. That's how that's done, Brad. All right. I'll go first. Chefs,
Bang, bang,
I
gang.
prepared for you.
Okay.
Pork, kale, and curry rice. With special Mango City mango ice cream, y'all. From the mango hunter himself. Homemade mango ice cream. Anyone want to ask any questions about my food, specifically the mango ice cream? Hint,
Yeah, I
hint,
want to know
wink,
all
wink.
about that mango ice cream. What kind of mangoes were in that ice cream?
God, I'm so happy you asked. I don't know which kind of mangoes were in it.
I'm so happy you asked. I don't know the answer to it.
Don't know the answer to the specific mangoes that are in it, but I'm pretty sure if you look at the Mango Hunter's last reel, whichever ones are the last batch he had, those are the mangoes that were in it, because I think he made a video about making the ice cream. But the ice cream itself, here's my thing about ice cream. I'm always worried it's going to be too sweet or not sweet enough, or it's like going to have too much of the flavor or not enough of the flavor. This was perfect. Had a good cream, had good mango scent, mango flavoring in it. Not too many chunks of mango. Just when I'm like, oh, I need another chunk of mango, there it is. It's ready. It's in the spoon already. It's ready to go.
Was
Then
it ice
melts
cream
in
or was
your
it
mouth.
sorbet?
No, it's ice cream.
There's dairy in it.
There's dairy in it. And
Can I tell a quick story about Mango Hunter?
Please.
So a while back, he posted a video of him getting a bunch of mangoes in like a box or something like that. And I commented saying something like, looks good or something like that. And he responded to my message in my DM saying, box is in the mail. And I didn't know if that meant he was going to send me mangoes or not. So I just didn't reply. And I haven't gotten any mangoes. So I guess it wasn't that.
Can I tell you a story?
Would you please?
One time on my podcast, we had a chef on named Nick, and he said he was coming close to my house, and he was going to bring me a T-shirt, and he wanted to hang out, and then it didn't happen.
Yeah, I never got a message either.
I didn't get spices either.
Mm-mm.
A lot of promises were made.
Chefs,
So
Can I
prepare for
tell you guys a story?
Sure, please.
Yeah, why not?
No, I just wanted to be included on that. So Reeves, I'd love to know what you had.
Chefs, I prepared for you.
Well, hold on. Did we finish the questions about me and my food?
And we got there.
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah,
there.
it was all
Okay,
about
well,
the ice
I
cream.
just want to give the mango ice cream 5 forks.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's the wrong show. You guys see that Samoa Joe's on Doughboys this week? So
Are you fucking
cool.
serious?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm listening to
Isn't
that.
that fucking cool?
That'll make me listen to Doughboys.
They do Taco Bell.
42 minutes in, they got their wrestling.
So I did grilled tinfoil salmon with some cherry tomatoes, a little olive oil, salt, pepper, some basil. Was there anything else with it? I think that was it. That's all I can remember. I think
You got
there were
basil
other
from
things.
your garden?
Oh
You-
no,
you-
asparagus. So I grilled asparagus
Mm.
too, which is one of my favorite grilled treats.
How is do you have basil growing at your house?
So we keep trying, and it keeps dying.
Mhm.
I get the little thing at Whole Foods where they give you
Yeah.
a plant. They say,
Yep.
"Here, a plant. This is better for you, better for the environment," and the thing dies within like 2 days.
Yeah,
So
it
I
seems-
don't think either one, me or the plant, are happy about this situation.
Just
so
give
I
me a
stopped doing
bag
that.
of basil.
A big old bag of basil.
A
would
lot
be
of
nice.
The farmer's market here will sell you a bag of basil, which I
That-
prefer than buying the plant because what am I going to do with fucking stalk at the fucking basil plant?
From a guy named Basil.
Maybe.
Mhm.
I don't have their names. They're below me. They're employees at a farmer's market. I don't need to know their names.
Oh my god. There's so many things wrong with that, Brian.
You know what's
Chefs.
so crazy about that is that
Yeah.
tomorrow I'm going to pick up something from the farmer's market. And I've been going there for like a year and getting the same thing from the people. And I just now realized I don't know their names. And I'm
Yep,
gonna
that's
ask their
why, because they're
names.
below you.
I'm gonna
Chefs,
ask
last
their
night,
names.
Chefs, last night, I procured for you
Of course.
Wawa, ciabatta sandwich, bruschetta chicken,
Jesus Christ.
God.
It had chicken and bruschetta and
Damn it.
something else, and I ate it in the car. And because I did a late boxing class last night from 7:30 to 8:30, got out very hungry, went to Wawa,
Yeah.
got that sandwich, and my plan was to eat it in the car and then eat more at home, but I didn't. I ate it in the car, but then didn't eat anything else. So that's what I had. And you know what? Everything they have at Wawa sucks. I'm just going to put it on the record. People who say that Wawa is good should be shot.
Who's saying that?
There are people that
love Wawa. The food there's trash.
It
I
is
feel
trash,
like-
and they're wrong.
I feel like I've heard people are like fanatical about Sheets. and
Sheets
I
is
get-
good.
I get that, but
I'll
not
go to bat for
Wawa.
Sheets. Wawa's trash. Also, Royal Farms rules too. Wawa's straight trash. Wawa doesn't have deep fryers. Their French fries are cooked in fucking oven. They taste like dog shit. They give you fucking mozzarella sticks in the fucking oven. That's dog shit. This percent of chicken sandwich was actually pretty good. So if you're a Wawa and you're just in a boxing class, and you want something
and
from Wawa,
and you're not interested in eating dog shit,
and you don't want to eat dog shit anymore, get the bruschetta chicken sandwich.
Use coupon code Don't Eat Dog Shit.
Pod.
10% off.
Use coupon code PODDONG.
Yeah. To add 10% to your order at the end.
well, look, if you're gonna say they're beneath you, you got to add a little bit of money back to them.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not
They
the
need
worst.
help.
Chefs,
It's not my
I
job
have
to make sure they get paid more money.
chefs. I have prepared for you butter chicken over spiced rice.
You fucking kidding
You
me?
like Indian
I
food?
miss butter chicken night.
Yeah, you did. Sorry. And I reheated buttered chicken over top of rice. So I have been I've been traveling for work for the last like 2 weeks, and so I came home and had leftovers. So leftover butter chicken, white rice or white and spiced rice, and then I had Melanie made some chicken that was marinated in a dressing, and I cut that up and then added that into the butter chicken as well. So
Do you do basmati rice?
no, it's they just have sort of like a spiced rice. So they use like star anise, and it's like coriander in the rice. So it ends up always being
star
pretty good.
anise in my rice.
Yeah. So it was very tasty. I only say this because I want to plug the place that's in Alexandria. It's called Indorama, and small business, and they are fantastic Indian food. in
I'm
the area.
confused. So you did buy this food, but you said
Yes.
prepared because you reheated it. You're trying to
Yeah,
cheat
I
the
said
system.
I said I
It's
reheated
real
it,
smart.
Brian.
He
It
did
said
say
I
reheat.
reheated it.
You said it
Oh.
later after you said prepared. Go back and say
I
Okay,
procured.
fair. Okay,
I
I have
heard it.
procured for you
Thank you. I felt left out.
buttered
The only person who
chicken
procured.
and spiced rice.
I was like, damn, you fucking made buttered chicken? And then you're like,
No.
I worked for 2 weeks and came home. Like, you didn't
Yeah.
fucking make buttered
What's the
chicken.
name of this place again?
It's Indorama. Is
Into
the name of the
Allison
restaurant.
Roma?
No.
Oh, okay.
You guys do
No.
You're not
Barbenheimer
allowed to
yet?
say that.
Oh my god.
All right, let's vote. Sean, this is how the voting works. Much like the American political system, you cannot vote for yourself, and you can only vote once. I will go first. I vote for Sean.
Okay. And I will go second. And I'll vote for Sean.
That makes me third. And I'm going to vote for Reeves.
Thank you for your vote.
Oh. And I will you know what? I'm gonna vote for Brian.
Wow.
I'm gonna
your
vote for
vote-
Brian.
Yeah, you could have made a tie if you voted for Reeves, but instead you voted for me, so you win.
Yeah.
That's
Smart.
smart.
Congratulations,
strategy.
Sean.
That's
you
smart.
win.
That's a good
It's,
strategy.
game the system, Kang. So
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't want to know what happens when we get to a tie.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It gets confusing.
does
All right.
it?
Well, it kind of does. So,
Y'all,
I don't know a good
48
segue.
48.
don't know a good segue, but let's do the break right now.
Pawn shop. Pawn shop.
Whoa, whoa,
Yes, chef.
whoa.
Yes, chef.
That was interesting. Your dog kind of barked the exact same way twice.
Well, he's got a bark, and what he's saying the same thing over and over again. That's why he says the food you give me is not good. That's what he's saying.
The food you give me is not good. That's what those 4 barks were. Okay,
Yeah,
I can see
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I've
he's
seen
just-
the food that you give your dog, and I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of times I leave your place, and I'm like, should I call like ASPCA?
it's not that bad. It's just not good. Is the issue?
It's bad.
Well, he's definitely sick of it, and he's
What?
letting me know it.
Yeah.
You know,
In
the other
full
day he put
sentences.
2 bones on the side of my head, and he called me a bonehead. He's doing the Gordon Ramsay thing.
Missed opportunity. Call
To
you
do
something
what?
else.
Yeah, maybe he said like I'm a bonehead sandwich, a bone sandwich.
Yeah, missed opportunity to call you a bonehead sandwich.
Yeah, I mean he's a dog. He's not a comedy writer,
Yeah,
aspiring comedian.
he's not as smart as a pig.
12 years in the game, got nothing to show for it. No, he's just upset all the time though. He says my food has it doesn't have a theme or it doesn't have life, and he says that it's all like burnt kibble, and he's mad about that. And I don't know, I don't know what to do.
I think you should get some different food.
What that's dogs eat hard dog food. That's what they eat.
No, dogs love to nom nom on their food. Have you heard of nom nom?
No, it's like a brand called Nom Nom. No, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, nom nom. Nom nom's food is full of fresh proteins your dog loves and the vitamins and nutrients they need to thrive. You've definitely heard of nom nom.
Well, I've heard of people saying nom nom, and it's to like mean like this is good food, nom nom. But I've not heard of it as a brand.
No, it's a great brand of dog food. I mean, you can actually see proteins in vegetables like beef, chicken, pork, peas, carrots, kale, and more in nom nom. Like fresh really means fresh with nom nom, and you can see what your dog's eating. You have no idea with that kibble what is actually been fried on that little cracker that they pour into it.
No, I don't, and that's what he says. He says, "What is this?"
Yeah.
And I try to tell him it's like chicken. It says chicken flavor, and he says, "This is not chicken. This is
Yeah.
burnt crap.
Yeah.
Take it back. Do it again."
Yeah.
But Nom Nom sounds like he'll like that because if he can see the beef, chicken, pork, peas, carrots, kale, and more, then he might eat that and stop being so mean to me. You know?
Well, yeah. It's probably because of the fillers and stuff they put in that kind of stuff. Because nom nom, there's no fillers or weird ingredients with names you can't pronounce. So, I can barely pronounce kibble.
It's the double B
It's
that gets
the double
people.
B that gets me because I'm like,
Yeah.
Kibble, Kible,
Yeah. Kib
Kible,
Kibble.
Kibble.
Oh,
Dude,
okay. Yes, chef. Okay,
Your
look,
dog
he
is
heard us
hungry.
talking about Nom Nom, and he says he wants to know how
Yeah.
it works. He
Well-
says, "How does Nom Nom work?"
well, it's easy. You just tell them about your pup. Give them the age, breed, weight, allergies, protein preferences. They'll tailor a specific amount of individually packaged Nom Nom meals and send them straight to you. Store the meals in the freezer or fridge until it's meal time. They'll give you specific instructions on how to transition your dog from foods like kibble, kibble, kibble
Kibibble.
to always fresh nom nom for best results. Watch your dog clean their dishes, dance for dinner, and overall thrive.
If I can
You're-
get my dog to clean his dishes, I'm in. Because at this point, he doesn't pull his own weight.
Your dog is not part of the clean plate club.
He's not, and
And-
he when I bring that to him, he says that's actually not healthy food.
So
he
it's
says,
not a.
he
yeah.
says that's not actually a good relationship with food to
Yeah.
make someone be in the clean plate club.
He says that, but he's never had nom nom. So
That's true. That's true. Is there a way that I could like get this Nom Nom to like try it for him? And
I mean,
maybe
are you
get it
talking
at, like,
about
a-
how you're ready to make the switch to fresh? I mean,
might
you
be
can
ready
just
to make the switch. Yeah.
order nom nom today and go to trynom.com/podchef and get 50% off your first order plus free shipping.
Wait, I just have to go to trynom.com/podchef and I get 50% off my first order and free shipping.
Yeah, it's the nom nom special. So the first nom is 50% off, and the second nom is free shipping.
It's
So
okay. Okay.
Your dog's gonna nom nom, gonna eat, and so are you. You're gonna eat these savings, my boy.
Ooh, I could eat some savings right now. I
Plus,
skipped
Nom
dinner.
Nom comes with a money back guarantee if your dog's tail isn't wagging within 30 days. So if your dog's tail is broken right now, you should
Now's
pre-existing
the time to
conditions.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah, pre-existing conditions, notwithstanding,
Right.
If your dog's tail's not wagging within 30 days, Nom Nom will refund your first order. No fillers, no nonsense, just Nom Nom.
Okay, yes, chef. Okay, he says do it. He says do it now or I'm fired.
See, it's so crazy that you can translate this because they all sound like the same bark to me.
Well, I'm his daddy.
You're his what?
His daddy. He's my baby. And he's my son, and I'm his daddy.
I'm uncomfortable.
So go to trynom.com/podchef to get 50% off your first order and free shipping.
Pod Chef.
All right, welcome back, Pod Chef, Season 7, Episode 3, Capitol Grill. Sean, have you ever seen Top Chef before?
I have. I've watched a bunch of episodes.
Okay, so without giving away anything, what was your impression of this episode?
It is really dating itself by just sort of like the contestants, the quality of food, the quality of preparation for everything that was out there. So it just, I don't know. It just, I think the name bothered me too. Like Capitol Grill. Like, has anybody been to Capitol Grill in DC? Like, it's fine, but it doesn't suggest fine dining to me, which is sort of like what they were shooting for. So I don't know. It's just it's weird to see this stuff. And I know that you guys have talked about the fact that like this seems like it's way more reality TV driven, and it definitely came across in this episode too.
All right, let's get right into it.
No follow-up.
I'm
Do
trying
you like this
push
better
check.
or worse than new Top Chef?
I like new Top Chef more. But I will say my favorite cooking competition show is MasterChef Junior. There's something about watching those kids and the fact that they are so supportive of one another and they are so delightful, and it is so much fun to see like their personalities and just the way that they kind of handle themselves in the kitchen. Like to watch a 7-year-old girl make like an étouffée. I'm like, I didn't even know what that was when I was 7. I didn't even know what a roux was. I had no idea how to prepare anything like that. But to see a 7-year-old make that, I'm like, holy crap. Like, where did you learn to make all these Creole dishes? Like, it's a family thing that she had, done for years with her dad. So just, it was always kind of cool.
I love that you were like, I didn't even know what an étouffée was at 7. Yeah, fucking nobody did except for this kid. Like
Yeah.
you said it like, you were like, I didn't even know that. Yeah, no one fucking did. I didn't know what a roux was. Fucking
like,
no one did.
I mean, I like it, but I think
A
that
kangaroo?
the power of it, Brian, is like I watched it and I started researching it, looking up recipes, finding a bunch of stuff, and then I made the dish myself.
Was it
And I
better
think
than that kid's?
Yeah, did you kick that kid's ass?
I mean, I
You
probably
believe
would have.
so?
Let's be
That's
serious.
good.
I would have
Yeah,
beat that kid
7 years
in
old.
a competition.
You know what I knew when I was 7? Fucking nothing. I was an idiot. Real dumb. Didn't even know my parents were going to get divorced in a year. Had no idea they were going to split up like a year later. I was 7 years old. No idea. An idiot, you know?
I
Had
was
no
eating
idea.
rocks
Yeah.
every day. That was my chefing. Rocks and sticks.
Had a Kool-Aid mustache most of the time. And the same
Can't-
haircut I do now.
Kenny got a letter from his girlfriend.
Yeah. So let's say the girlfriend's name on 3. 1, 2, 3. Juicy.
Juicy.
There's also a Bible quote at the top.
I know.
That Juicy hand wrote. Did you see which one it was? Reeves, did you zoom in and read what it
No,
was?
oh, you know what? Now I
was
think
a-
about
yeah.
it, that was a missed opportunity. I
I think it was like
nabbed something
Ephesians
there.
59.
That's my
I'm not
favorite.
like I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Like it was.
You might be right.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was very bizarre, but good for him.
So this quick fire challenge, the chefs were tasked with making a pie without a recipe. Have you guys ever made a pie
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
without a recipe though?
No.
No.
Just off the top of the dome? No. What's your favorite pies? Quick, mine's apple.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd say apple as well. I love it. I love a good apple pie.
Yeah, key lime.
Yeah, key lime for me.
Key lime. Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
But I
We're
do like an apple.
Oh, we tied. Does this get weird?
Did we got a revote?
Does this get challenging?
That's not this podcast.
Yeah,
That's
let's
a different
revote.
one.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, revote. Sweet
So-
potato pie.
Pecan pie.
Yeah, I think pecan pie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a pecan pie on this one. Then.
Okay, that wins.
Missed opportunity.
That's the winner. All right, so
All right.
Johnny
Ewanzini is the guest
Johnny looks
judge.
he looks very cool. This dude stepped right off the stage with the squirrel nut zippers. He's done being a cherry poppin' daddy just to come here and do this judging.
Mhm.
He is Zoot Suit Riot. He's you know, he
Elvis
looks
hair,
insane. He looks
real
insane.
stray
wallet.
cat. Was he
Yeah.
a member
For
of
sure a
Brian
stray
Setzer's
cat.
orchestra?
I think he is Brian Setzer. And it says his name was Johnny Luzini, but his name is Brian Setzer. And the orchestra is Gale, and they're doing the stuff. They said that they were hosting the new show, Top Chef, Just Desserts. Which you haven't heard of that show because it was probably bad because that man had no personality at all. He could not talk to people. He was
Still
a
had
mumble
two
mouth.
seasons though. Still had 2 seasons to work with Gale.
Well, now we'd have to tripped over that fucking chain wallet of his.
Yeah, too long, very
Do, do,
dangerous.
do, do,
Yeah,
do,
very
do.
had no charisma. You could tell they edited him a lot because he
Yeah.
probably stumbled over his words.
Yeah.
He was not good. He tried to be a little mean too, and that didn't really work.
Yeah.
But John George's is like an incredibly significant restaurant. Like it's been around for 26 years. Like it is a French restaurant that has been there. It's been like, I believe it's been Michelin star rated. Like it's been a standard for like a significant period of time. I don't know how this place hired Brian Setzer and was like, work here making these pastries. Like,
How'd they get him?
Wow, just incredible. You think
You know
about
what's
that,
weird?
and you think about Christina Tosi on MasterChef, like night and day personalities. Like she's amazing. He could have been a robot.
Oh, and he was
All of his
accused of sexual
personalities in
harassment in
his dessert.
2017 by
I'm
4
sorry,
people.
What was that?
I said Johnny Luzini was accused of sexual harassment by 4 people in 2017.
All right.
boy.
So this is a dessert challenge quickfire, and none of these chefs really like baking, but we already talked about how much I love them.
Man, some of these pies were so bad.
They
Yeah.
look terrible. Angelo said he'd never cooked a pie in his life.
Why
And
don't you
just
play that
kinda
clip
rough.
of what Arnold said the difference between pastry chefs and savory chefs are?
Where did my pan go? It's missing. It's not there.
The thing about being a savory chef is that you can tweak as you go. Pastry chefs are more like mad scientists.
I think pies live in the clouds with the unicorns. They disappear magically sometimes.
There's no fixing along the way. So it's a lot of formulas involved. It's a profession of precision.
They live in the clouds with the unicorns.
Mm-hmm.
And are you supposed to be giving away where the unicorns are because they're under witness protection?
I mean, I didn't know before this, but now I do. And I'm going to murder them for what they did to my family. For them ratting out my family. My family broke a lot of rules and they ratted me out. Arnold was on one this episode.
He
You don't wanna
was.
go deep into that? Okay.
He got really angry at Kelly for supposedly taking his station, and Kelly was like, "No, this is my station.
My stuff is under
is
here."
And he
already
said,
here."
"Girl,
There was a lot of like people not knowing whose stuff was whose
Yep.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're jumping ahead a little bit, but like at one point Amanda says that she put her name on the oven.
Oh,
And,
we'll hear from that.
Yeah.
Oh, we have that clip? Okay.
You better believe
right.
it.
Okay. So they're
Um,
making pies. They all look like shit. Angelo says he's going to make a pie that's like sweet potato pie inspired with curry. And I don't know, man. These look like garbage. I think the worst one was Tracy's. It really
Tracy's-
looked, and she made it twice. It looked no better the second time.
The second time it looked worse if possible. I mean, you know it's bad when you taste your pie and you say, "Oh, it tastes like butter." Like I don't, and she said she didn't measure any of the ingredients, which is a real interesting move.
We
when
heard from
you're
Arnold. It's
making
science.
Yeah, a pie.
Even if you haven't made a pie in a long time, even in just saying I'm going to put something like I'm going to bake or blind bake a crust and I'm going to put something incredibly watery into my pie crust, why wouldn't you thicken that up with anything? Like even if you were making a berry compote, which would be used even in savory cooking, there's still an application that you could have that could be related and pivot into a pie. It just seemed like they completely forgot how to be a chef for whatever 2 hours it was for them to have to make a pie. Like that was incredible. That her pie looked absolutely disgusting. It just looked like blueberry water with that terrible. Then she tried to say it was an almond brittle that was on top of it.
She said it was crunch. Blueberries.
it was
Oh,
a crunch.
it was
That explains
terrible.
why it was burnt.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
this is crunch.
Blueberry
Yeah.
bullshit on top of this.
This is a crunch pie.
And Len, who we've already established is Janet Reno in disguise, said that she doesn't need a recipe for a dessert. And we then see her beating the dough with a rolling pin really aggressively. Mm-hmm. Which, something that Janet Reno would do. I get it. That's how she gets out of rage.
I love that Reeves Janet Reno is Will Ferrell.
That's the only one I know. Never heard that woman speak once.
Nope. I don't know who it is outside of Will Ferrell doing it. So then,
play a clip of Ed.
Yeah, is that here too?
Jeez.
I personally hate chocolate, so. All right, well. Alex's thought process is underdeveloped. He is a slob. He has no technique. I mean, I can go on for an hour if you want.
It's cut, but he did go on for an hour, and Tom sent us kind of like the B-roll. Bullet points of like what he said. I'll cut it off. I'll start us off. He said that his breath smells like dog hair.
Mm-hmm. He said he smells like a Jolly Rancher, but like one that has been covered. I mean, maybe this is just where he was at the time when he said covered in dog hair.
Yeah. He said that he smelled like cotton candy, but
I know it's a handwritten. It's really sloppily written. So
you got this. You got this, Jamal.
But
go ahead, just read it.
Cotton candy that has been mixed with dog hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was like the final part that he said is that he was like, this just smells like shit and dog hair that has more dog hair. That's wet dog hair mixed into the shit.
Yeah. So Ed clearly really hates Alex because I feel like in the previous episode, he also talked about how he was a slob. But Ed has this very deadpan delivery where he seems just really like the producers asking him questions is like exhausting for him, and that he's like, I don't know. Do you want me to keep going on this? Can I go to sleep under my chair now?
He just got getting kicked by a horse outside. Came in, sat down, doing the interview. I don't know, man. He's sloppy. I should go to the doctor. It's real bright in here, and the lights are hurting my eyes.
So Kenny wins the quickfire.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny wins by making bananas foster pie with currants and Chinese five spice.
Chinese five spice. That's often that's not really used very much in baking.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about the dude did the celery in his fucking pie?
I didn't.
I missed that. Who
put celery in?
The guy who did the other bald guy that's not Ed or Alex. I don't know anyone's name.
Not Kenny or there's
Tim.
Oh,
Tim
when I say bald, I mean he doesn't have hair. Not that kind of bald guy.
Okay.
This is a white guy.
Steven?
Maybe he makes like
guy.
a celery sputum or whatever, and he makes a foam of like celery. And and Gail does the sexiest questioning to him about it. She says, "Does it taste like your grandmother's celery sputum?" And she says it like she wants to fuck him real bad. Go back and watch it, because he's like, "It reminds me of my grandmother made these pies and blah blah blah." And she was like, "Does it taste better than your grandmother's celery sputum?"
I'm gonna go back and listen to
Go back and watch.
Thank you.
All the executive producers were like, Gail, turn it down.
She was on.
Turn it down.
She was on
this show. That's just desserts.
Was it because I'm remembering it, Brian? Was it sort of like a, does this taste like your grandmother's?
Yeah.
Is it like that kind
of?
Yeah,
it's breathy, full eye contact the whole time with it.
Does
just
this
like
taste like your grandmother's.
You sounded like you just walked up a flight of stairs.
Oh, well. Is that a Batman impression?
You didn't tell me you lived on a fourth floor walk up.
Alfred! Why did you put the bad phone on the top of the stairs?
She's on the fifth floor. Rachel, you're on your own.
I told you to put it next to the couch. We need more bad phones.
I had a heavy lunch. It's really weighing me down.
So the elimination challenge.
Closed out my account.
So the elimination challenge, they have to serve a picnic for Capitol Hill
grandfather
interns.
did in a minutes ago. I ran out of minutes. Okay, that's enough.
So the elimination challenge, they have to serve a picnic for Capitol Hill interns, and immediately we get a cutaway from Alex saying he's excited and lets it be known he's never taken advantage of an intern.
But he says it like he's excited to get the chance to.
Yeah,
that's how he says it.
He says it like a fucking creeper who has 100% taken advantage of an intern.
So it's either that or to me it seems like a producer asked him a question like that.
Have you ever taken advantage of an intern?
Well, it's a very hacky DC kind of thing because of,
So it's like they let him say it, and then everyone, the producer was like, all right, clip that.
Yeah. I mean, he is a weirdo. And there's a lot more evidence of it later. So I don't know. Maybe he did say it of his own volition.
So we get to the kitchen and, we skip past them shopping. We get to the kitchen and Tracy likes to make sounds while she cooks. She's also changing her meal last second, which is usually a good sign because she did that already in the quickfire and that did not go well.
I have one quick thing to add about the shopping. It's when they're in the kitchen, though. You guys notice how much fucking ketchup Kenny got? He pours like 4 or 5 bottles of ketchup out of his bag. He just like ketchup. He keeps going.
Yeah.
Well, it's for the barbecue sauce.
It's for the sauce, baby.
That's a lot of ketchup.
You guys remember that great song? Chili's.
Baby back ribs. Barbecue sauce.
It's mostly ketchup.
So,
Alfred.
Let's talk about this. This was an interesting. Tom, stopped in at a very interesting time because he comes in and the kids are fighting over the oven.
Okay.
And then we find out Tom lets it out the bag that he's never been to prison. So let's listen.
Whoa, hey, whose stuff is this?
I had it in there before anything was in there.
But my name was on it. First thing.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It was not.
In an announcement before. I yelled.
Hey, Jeff, how's it going? Right here, it's free.
I yelled.
You can't believe you took it out of my oven. You're such a... Why would you do that?
Because I labeled that one.
That Hey Chef is
great.
What do you think he was going to call her?
A mean person.
I think he was going to say, "You're such an Oppenheimer."
You guys seen Barbenheimer yet? You guys done it? 6 hours in the theater. So Amanda says that she labeled her oven, which that's prison rules. And yeah, we all know the one rule you don't break in prison is you don't touch someone's stuff that's labeled. If it's labeled, you don't touch it. I know a lot of people want to be big badasses. Day one, you find the biggest, baddest guy's name labeled on something, you start using it.
Yeah.
You're trying to like assert dominance.
Guy's oven. Yeah.
He's got his oven labeled. You start using it and you go, what? What?
Do we have a problem here?
Don't
you
do
guys
that.
Forget. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
I walk in there, find the biggest white supremacist I know, and I start using his can opener. I'm just like, look at me. Oh, your name's on this? Oops. That's how you get stabbed in the shower.
So Tom is crushing the small talk this episode. He's just bopping around. He tells someone, "You didn't expect a sous chef, did you?" It's Top Chef.
Yeah.
Calls him out for not being in the kitchen much. Take that. I think it was
Arnold.
Arnold.
Yeah.
The irony in that comment.
Yeah.
Arnold also refers to interns as being somebody's bitch.
He does say that.
He says, "I've never been a bitch." You guys ever been a bitch before?
He also is constantly worried about his skin and the effect of cooking will have on his look.
It's gonna clog his pores, Reeves.
Yeah.
It's gonna clog his pores.
You see him grilling later, and he's like wants to get away from the smoke. The smoke's too close. I'm like, you're a chef, dude.
Oh, I bet Alex was gonna call Amanda an intern.
Yeah, you're such an intern.
Such an intern.
I can't believe you took this out. You're such an intern.
I know what he meant by that.
You're such the intern. Which is the worst thing to say.
You're such an intern.
Never call a woman an intern.
The intern.
You definitely don't call her an internship.
No, but the movie The Intern with Robert De Niro and Anne Hathaway. Like, I think never call somebody the intern.
No. Never call someone the slap either.
I'm not getting the reference, so if you guys could explain it to me.
It's a movie
that no one saw
in 2015 with
De
Niro and Hathaway.
I think it's
Adam Devine.
Oh, I love Adam Devine.
Was in it?
It was got Adam Devine in it. You know it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
Oof.
He is good in Righteous Gemstones, though, because everyone is good in that show because it's
a good show. Angelo says like Amanda's good. She's good and smart, but she can't beat me.
She can't beat me.
She can't beat me.
And that's
I
what
don't trust
Amanda
her
lets it be
either.
known.
I don't trust any of these people here. Other than Tracy.
He's starting to
Tracy's
lose
the
it.
one I can trust.
Tracy.
You can't trust any of these people. I'm the best one.
Tracy, they're listening to my phone calls, Tracy. The other day I caught Kenny going through my trash.
Tracy, I slept in the bathroom last night because I think my room is bugged.
And that's why I'm eating my trash now, Tracy, so that Kenny can't go through it. I'm eating all of my napkins and all of my toilet paper so Kenny can't find it.
I'm going to serve Tom trash today.
Bathroom has no lock.
He thinks that I'm a communist. You guys see Oppenheimer yet?
Alfred, why did we put the phone all the way up this 4th floor walk up?
Bumblebee.
Oh boy.
Can
I ask, like, because you guys have now watched 7 seasons of this, I feel like I've watched a lot of cooking competition shows as well. Like the way that they shoot, like the villain shot for every like contestant when they hype themselves up, they're just like, oh, I've made ribs all my life. Like I was born in St. Louis on top of a rack of ribs. Like I know how to season it. I've done this forever. And it could be whatever dish they put in there. Like the irony of somebody not being able to execute on that thing that they're so good at. And I understand, like, people can execute extremely well on something when they have the time, but obviously given the fact that they're under a lot of pressure, that they're, being moved around a lot, that they're on TV, just the additional like conditions that are on top of them to have to do that. But like at the end of the day, like you're making fucking ribs. Like it's not an impossible task. Like what are your guys' thoughts on the fact that like anytime somebody sort of like Babe Ruth's a dish and then they fall flat, like do you guys have like is there a smug satisfaction? Is there like a Schadenfreude that you guys have where you're just like that's the best? Like
I think it's, well, part of it is the producers, especially these earlier seasons. Producers definitely try and push them to be more like openly like egotistical in certain ways and like big up themselves. They don't really do it as much now. Okay. But there's just like a ton of factors that can go into like having a bad cook on the show, because like environment changes, cooking for a ton of people just like versus like 4 or 5 dishes is a lot. Like makes things more difficult. And then also like the time and space that they have. Like sometimes there's like they have one day and the next day something happened and all of a sudden everything's fucked up. So there's a lot of elements that can go into it. But I listen, I feel for all the contestants. I love them all equally and I want them all to win all the time.
I just think it's so satisfying to see somebody be like, oh, I'm the best. Like I've had a family burger recipe that I've had for 50 years. And then like, that's the thing that gets them off the show.
Well, What do you think about the theory being that what they think is really good just isn't good?
That's like, a great idea.
Like a lot of times, like this is the thing that I do the best and everyone loves this. And the people who are like the refined palates are like, this is dog shit.
Yeah.
Like the guy who owns the fish restaurant, it's like, this is my top seller, this fish wrapped in bacon. As long as I don't do this, and then everyone fucking hates it. And then Tom says, you do this for it? And he lies to Tom. He doesn't lie to Tom, but he doesn't answer him directly. He says, never had a picnic.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you told us earlier that you make this all the time.
Yeah,
and it's like your number one seller.
I love the fact that he goes, this will be amazing as long as I hit 2 conditions. If I don't dry out the fish and if I crisp up the bacon. I'm like, you guys are cooking on a charcoal grill that's got one zone on it. That's a hard cook. Yeah. There's no indirect heat to move that over to let the fat render. You're on the flame the whole fucking time. And like this guy just thought that he was going to execute flawlessly. And like to your point, Reeves, there's so many conditions that were there. But to me, it's just like, it's so beautiful when he's like, I'm going to knock this out of the park. I'm so good at this. And then that looked like uncooked fucking bacon. Like I would never have eaten that. It looked disgusting.
They're a lot more green in these earlier seasons too, because I feel like no one today would make the mistake of being like, oh, I'm just going to try and do my best dish no matter what the circumstances are for the elimination challenge, which I feel like is kind of what he did. He was like, yeah, I can do it on a grill, it'll work. But like today, no one would do that because they'd be like, oh, it doesn't translate to the challenge. So
did they say that they were using charcoal instead of like a gas grill? Or did they
Yeah,
find out when they
because at
got
one
there?
point Tracy says she doesn't know how to do a grill, but there's bags of charcoal. She says.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was
It's
also like
meat, not the
a
heat.
like if you've ever seen like those like little boxes that they have, Jamal, where like you actually like you build a fire with your charcoal inside of it and then pour it into the grill. They had them like on top of the grill itself. I also just did not see gas tanks, and the way that those little like those little like black Webers were set up, and the fact that it had like the vent that was on the top, I was like, you typically wouldn't see that. I guess you'd see that. You typically don't see that with a gas grill.
No, I mean, did they tell them ahead of time, like, "Oh, you'll be using
probably.
instead of gas grill"? Because if they didn't know, maybe some people were
Yeah.
assuming, "Oh, I'm gonna have a gas grill. I can do this."
Yeah, that gets to the root of like a lot of reality TV. Like, what are they being told ahead of time? Like, have you guys watched 5-Star Chef yet? I'm watching it on
Yes.
Netflix now. It's actually really good. But like these contestants who are like given these like scenarios to do, the one woman like has a fucking guest come in and perform. So clearly she knew enough about the prompt to do these things. You have to wonder how much of the prompt they actually have ahead of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, watch
So-
5-Star Chef. It's a lot of fun.
So a goose
They're mean.
almost took a shit on someone's food
Yeah.
at their table.
It attacked Gail, and we do see her kind of recoil into the arms of Tom Colicchio. And he just embraces her with his, just it was like a nice white knight coming out of the like from the swamp, just covering her.
What a nice guy.
The shield up.
Shield
It
up.
was rough for me to watch after just seeing Oppenheimer. Which you guys seen Barbenheimer yet?
my
You see both of these at the same
God.
time, Oppenheimer and then Barbie, because like the dropping the thing, and they kind of look out, and it was like I was like having like a flashback of Barbenheimer, watching the 8 hours movie.
We also see a picture of Ed's father and find out that he is Waluigi, which I thought was an interesting reveal.
Oh, I did want to do a quick joke about the special guest judge, Jonathan Waxman. Okay. The joke is, "Help me, Jonathan Waxman, you're my only hope," because someone calls him the Obi-Wan Kenobi of something.
Yeah,
of grilling.
Grilling. Like,
which is an interesting pull to reference Obi-Wan Kenobi of grilling. So
yeah, I couldn't figure that
you're
one
not
out.
the best Jedi, so you're not the best at grilling, but you're very good and very well known for it, I guess.
At this point, had the new ones come out? Had the prequels come out?
Yeah, this was in 29. This was in 2009, 2010 when this was done.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've
So,
come out.
yeah,
'Cause I'm in college at this point, boy.
So she's talking about Ewan McGregor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ewan. Or as they
Ewan,
say
my
in
buddy
London,
McGregor.
Ewan.
You and my buddy McGregor. I also love when they talk to the interns, the normal people, and they're like, "Oh, this is really good." After the judge, like, "This tastes like dog hair." We'll do dog hair.
Well, except for Tracy. Tracy made a spicy burger and asked the interns what they thought. They said it was spicy. They didn't say it was good.
Which, did they say spicy? They mean there was too much. What did she fill it with? Fennel.
She didn't crush the fennel seeds.
I
which
hate when you get
in
like a rye bread with like fennel seeds. Ugh.
Seems rough.
In her defense, she goes, "I crushed it in some, but it may not have been crushed in others." And I was like, "You obviously didn't crush a single fucking thing, Tracy."
Yeah.
I got kind of
be
bored
honest.
doing it. It was a lot of work.
I started and stopped a couple times.
She's like, "It was gonna be sausage."
I kept getting talked to. I kept getting talked to by the producers. I forgot.
Thank you, Brian, for reminding me. That whole portion of her talking to herself in the kitchen and being like, "I'm going to make my own sausages," and then her just completely grinding out the gear like on her sausage maker. And she's like, "Well, I'm not going to fill them, so I'll just make them into burgers." And I'm like, "Hey, that's not actually a bad pivot. That's not a terrible thing to do."
No.
But the fact that like she just hand slapped her
Made
burgers,
They
meatballs.
look like pancakes. They look
Like,
Made
awful.
meatballs.
just roll them up and like get like a surface, like a cooktop that you could have put on the grill, and then just do like a smash burger. Like that wouldn't have been too terribly complicated. Still would have served the same purpose. Like,
Yeah.
Tracy, call me. I got ideas for you. All right. I want to see you succeed.
Oh, let's see where she is in a little bit too.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
So Angelo admits Amanda made a great dish.
He
even
fucking
says it's-
loved
Yeah.
these ribs. He
Yeah.
also at some point said clean, sexy flavors. Back to the fact
Yes,
that he
he
doesn't want to
does.
fuck food.
He's pervert. Wants to fuck sandwiches.
He won't do it, but his flavors are clean and sexy.
Stole one of her ribs and went back to eat it alone. Was just, oh God, it's so good. She did a good job. Now I know a man is coming for me too.
Did you hear what the other did? In the other conversation, he was like, "So you come around these parts a lot? Do you like barbecues?" Yeah. I'm only here because I'm on the show, but after the show, I can do whatever.
This is them talking to the ribs, right?
Yeah.
I also quick call back to the little like snippet that they did of them talking the night before when like Amanda's chain smoking cigarettes and they're grilling her about her ribs.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Did you boil them and steam them?" She's like, "No, I fucking like did this thing." And it's like, "Can you pull the bun out with your hand?" And she's like, "No." And then her food was good and everyone feels stupid for like giving her a hard time.
They all sucked.
Was
Tracy, go ahead.
Was it I just like, there's the whole thing like where it cuts to Amanda at a certain point. Did everybody else see this? Where it cuts to her and it just goes, "I was out to lunch for my mid-20s."
Yes, her coke and like pills,
cocaine, pills, and then anything that I can get my hands off of. If you survive that, you can do anything. I'm like, okay, that is a great trajectory like for your life, and I'm happy that you're like hopefully clean and sober and moving in that direction. But like, I don't know.
They're different.
Yeah. Thank you, Brian. It's very, very different. Just because you stop doing cocaine, I think, doesn't mean that like you can just go out and do anything at that point. That actually, her comment is something that I think somebody who's doing cocaine would say. So
it's like weirdly, it was like zoomed in too much and talk. It was like not edited properly. There was something about they called it like offhand or something.
Weird.
Yeah, it wasn't one continuous conversation. It was kind of thrown in. It was very. The way that they shot it now and presented that story is completely different from how they would do it now, which is like way more of just like this redemption story and she overcame addiction, blah, blah, versus the way they did it now was just like one shot of her being like, "I used to be addicted to cocaine," kind of like to present her as like wild almost, or rather than like she's overcome, even though like she framed it as like, "I can do anything." It seemed like that's not how they were trying to paint her.
But I also just think it's also like one of those really terrible things where like when something like this happens or somebody has like a story or a narrative that they apply to themselves that they bring throughout a cooking competition, you have to bring that up over and over again and be vulnerable every time you do it. So like, is this going to be something where she's like, because she's in this season for a bit. Is this going to be something where she's going to continue to just be like, "So this elote that I made for you today, chefs, this is something that like I was given hand jobs for this."
I think it never comes back
behind a Del Taco. It probably fucking doesn't. That's what terrifies me. Terrifies me.
It's a weird choice.
All right, so we go to judges
Tracy's
table.
A psychic.
Angelo, Ed.
Yeah, Tracy's a psychic. Everyone loves her because she can tell you good things. Which it was weird though. It was
not psychic, clairvoyant.
Yes.
Again, the irony behind this comment for her to say this, to make this assertion.
Well, then after the judges table, she did go back and she said, "Who's gonna miss me the most?" She knew it.
She did.
She knew it.
So Angelo, Ed, Amanda, and Arnold are the top this week, and Eugene Cordero wins.
That's racist.
That's
you want me to cut that for you?
No, keep that in. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
It's weird that Amanda didn't win. With as much as everyone loved her, like every chef was like, "These are fucking really good."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this is old Top Chef. They hate women.
Yeah, that's true.
Unbelievable.
So Tom reminds everyone he's Italian. Let's play that
funny.
So
funny. If that's what you call Italian food, then it's almost insulting to Italians. Me being one. Sorry.
You think he's joking here? His face is fucking actually angry. He's
it's
fully mad.
It's racist.
I'm
being
Italian.
racist to me. I've got my FBI shirt on. You should know. Full-blooded Italian.
This is the worst thing you could possibly do to someone.
It's disgusting.
Claim Italian food. This is awful. It's a hate crime against me, an Italian.
Yeah, I'm an
Full-blooded
Italian.
FBI, full-blooded Italian.
Look at the big Italian flag behind me. Okay.
Do I look Italian? Not really.
Not
but
really.
like,
But
I
okay.
am. Colicchio.
It's right there in the name.
Tom Colicchio.
You almost killed me with your food.
Tom, why you no speak with your accent no more?
Go,
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
He
So
was
everyone
so
listen
bad.
Do everyone listen to Tracy Going Home? Which, by the way, when I was listening to Tracy Going Home, for some reason I was like, this feels like the same speech Brian would give if he was on the show and he was going.
Me?
home.
All right, let's hear it.
Tracy, please.
Wait, it's because she's fat and I'm fat? Is that why? You can say yes.
Good luck to you, Tracy.
Thank you for the opportunity. The judges, they critique my dish and they're pretty harsh. But it's fair. I'm leaving. I deserve to go home. I'm okay with that. It was an experience of a lifetime, for sure. Nobody wants to come with me? Had I better prepared myself emotionally for it, I think I'd still be here. I'd still be doing well. But I don't think I left because I'm a bad chef. I think I left because I had a bad day. And we'll be okay.
So the reason why this is you, Brian, because I know you, and I know that she did the same thing you would have done, which is tried to cut the tension of how upset you actually are about being kicked off the show with some slight humor of being like, it's me, there's no big deal. Them like, hey, anyone want to come with me?
I'd do big humor, and I would do half-baked 100%. I would do half-baked. Who's coming with me, man?
Yeah.
Who's coming with me?
Like all the stuff, though. This guy's cool.
Yeah.
This guy's cool.
Fuck you. You. You're cool. I killed butternuts. Butternuts.
On the way out, you
Horse,
probably
a bunch
say,
of-
I don't care what anyone says. My burgers were the best. Everyone loves fennel.
I'd reference
You
the
don't
guy
like
on the
fennel?
couch.
Yeah.
Stephen Wright, perfect.
Yeah.
I do love the fact that she's very diplomatic about leaving, and it's almost as if she was like, hey Google, play Bad Day by Daniel Potter, and it was just like, so you had a bad day, you take it one down, and like she just was like, no, she's like, I'm good, she's like, I'm good, I'm out of here, like I'll talk to you guys later. I wanted
those notes just now.
Yeah, and
What?
did you sing because Melanie sang when she was here? So
Yeah.
you had to
Is
sing
this a
too. You had
competition
to
in
make
the
sure
house
that you
now?
you can also do it. Anything you can do, I can
This
do
is
better.
a weird time to announce that Melanie and I are doing a The Voice podcast rewatch. We're
Can I
not
can I be on that podcast?
100%, Brian.
Can I?
Canceled before
Can
it
I-
even starts.
Can I
I'm
be on
sorry,
first?
dude.
Can I be on the podcast first before Brian?
You pitched the idea to us. You said you
Oh,
wanted
that's
to.
right, I forgot.
Yeah, it's okay.
I was sugar drunk. I forgot.
No, but in reality, the way that I would go home is I would do this. They don't fucking know what they're talking about. Like, they don't even fucking know. Like, who are they? Like they don't even fucking know what they're talking about. Like what I did was like funny, and I'm sorry if you didn't get it. Like, you thought it was it's not offensive. Like, it was funny. Like, everyone's fucking stupid.
You
Everyone's
tried
fucking
to
dumb.
get back in at
Yeah.
the judges. We had to like hold you back. Let me back in there.
I feel like if Brian was in there and Padma said, take care of yourself, Brian, he would just give him a look like, yeah, whatever.
Thanks for nothing.
Yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. He would just look at her and like raise his eyebrows and yeah, okay.
She
Take care of
fucking
my subject.
sucks anyway.
Yeah. You take care of yourself. You're the one who needs to take care of. All right, where are they now? Where's Tracy?
Tracy Bloom, she has a son, spends her time cooking for friends, family, and catering for small parties. She has a cookbook called Cooking in Full Bloom. And she was a private chef on some Bravo show called Don't Be Tardy, which I've never seen.
Don't
she's
be
like,
tardy.
yeah, she was like the chef. I don't know the premise for the show. I think it's like some rich family, but she was like their private chef. So she was on that show a lot.
Is their last name Tardy?
I think so, yeah.
That's how those shows work. Yeah.
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 Oh, bravo! Don't be tardy with the tardies.
This is another thing Brian would do on his way out. He'd like make fun of Bravo shows.
I'd pitch shows. You guys seen Below Deck? You guys should do that.
He'd be like, hey, yeah, why don't you enjoy Just Desserts, Gail? All right.
I have
Brian-
to go, but fucking Gail does just desserts. Come on.
Did you
Was that-
say below deck or blow deck? Because that might be one we could get Amanda as a personal private chef on as well.
Yeah. And that's what he'd
when she was
also
out to
say.
lunch. You keep fucking cokehead. Just the most hateful person in the whole world.
Producers pulling you out, trying to push you through the fire exit. Yeah.
No. Fuck you. No. You know what? And I'm glad I fucking insulted you as an Italian, fake ass Italian. You're not even really Italian. Prove it. Prove you're Italian. Where's the fucking flag tattooed on your chest? You don't got it? You're not Italian.
All right, then show me the one that's on your upper left shoulder on your back.
Show me your dick. He's like, what? Just let's see it.
No, you want me to be gone? Show me your Italian dick.
You want me to leave? Just show me your dick and I'll leave.
I'll leave right now. Show me your
What the
dick.
fuck is happening? Like,
Don't anyone touch me until I see some dick.
Is this episode 2 hours long?
Sean, thanks for joining us for this epic adventure. Is there anything you want to plug?
2 quick things. The Mango Hunter, Jeff Ray Films. You can find him on Instagram. And the artwork that my buddy Charlie does at Charlie Visconage, CA Visconage on Instagram. Check them both out.
It's friends.
Been a pleasure to have you on. Thank you for coming on. Brian Reeves, anything you want to add before we get out of here? And this is where you should have started. You should have started the.
Whenever I start it, you always say that I do it too early and you get mad at me.
That's not true. And as you see, like you started too late now, so I got to vamp now. And we'll pack our knives and go.
This is fun. This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.
Nice.